Hi. I began to experience an unusual discomfort in my foot. It started as a nagging sensation, a slight itchiness that I brushed off as a minor irritation. However, as days went by, the discomfort grew increasingly persistent, causing me concern and raising questions about its origin. At first, I assumed it might be a result of wearing uncomfortable shoes or a minor injury that I had overlooked. I tried various remedies like soaking my foot in warm water and applying soothing ointments, hoping that the discomfort would subside. Yet, to my frustration, the symptoms persisted and even worsened. As the discomfort intensified, it became impossible to ignore. Simple activities like walking or wearing shoes became increasingly painful. The affected area appeared red and inflamed, causing me to worry that something more serious might be at play. Chapter 1 was defined by confusion and a sense of urgency to seek medical help. Concerned about the unexplained symptoms, I made an appointment with a healthcare professional, hoping they would shed light on the cause of my discomfort and provide a solution. During the medical examination, the doctor carefully examined my foot, observing the extent of the redness and inflammation. They asked detailed questions about the onset of symptoms, the progression, and any potential triggers. It was clear that they took my condition seriously and were determined to find answers. At this point, I couldn't help but speculate about the possible causes of my foot's deterioration. Had I contracted an infection? Was it a mysterious allergic reaction? Or could there be something more sinister lurking beneath the surface? This chapter left me with a mix of emotions: concern, frustration, and a growing sense of unease. The unexplained discomfort not only impacted my physical well-being but also stirred up anxiety about the underlying cause. I anxiously awaited the doctor's diagnosis, hoping that it would offer clarity and a path towards relief. Little did I know that Chapter 1 was only the beginning of a perplexing journey filled with shocking revelations and unforeseen challenges. The true extent of the mystery surrounding my foot's deterioration was yet to be uncovered, and the subsequent chapters would unravel a web of betrayal and deception that would change my life forever. Now, the discomfort in my foot had been intensified, compelling me to seek professional medical assistance. Frustrated and concerned about the persistent symptoms, I embarked on a journey to find answers and relief for the mysterious ailment that had befallen me. Taking the step to seek medical help was both daunting and hopeful. I made an appointment with a healthcare professional, eager to consult with an expert who could shed light on the cause of my deteriorating foot. With a mix of anticipation and anxiety, I entered the doctor's office, hoping for a resolution to the perplexing situation. The healthcare professional greeted me warmly and attentively listened to my description of the symptoms and the timeline of their progression. They conducted a thorough examination of my foot, meticulously inspecting the affected area, noting any changes in color, texture, or temperature. Their expertise and attentiveness provided a glimmer of hope, reassuring me that I was in capable hands. During the examination, the doctor posed questions about my medical history, lifestyle, and any potential exposures that could offer clues to the underlying cause. Their comprehensive approach aimed to gather as much information as possible, leaving no stone unturned in their quest for a diagnosis. Chapter 2 was marked by a blend of emotions: hope, trepidation, and a longing for answers. The doctor, recognizing the urgency and distress caused by my condition, made it a priority to expedite necessary tests and screenings. This act of empathy instilled confidence in their commitment to uncovering the truth behind my ailment. In this chapter, I underwent a series of diagnostic procedures, including blood tests, imaging scans, and possibly a biopsy. These tests aimed to eliminate potential causes and narrow down the possibilities, offering valuable insights into the nature of my affliction. Each test, while accompanied by a mix of anxiety and anticipation, held the promise of bringing me closer to a definitive diagnosis. While waiting for the test results, this chapter was a time of heightened anticipation and uncertainty. My mind buzzed with questions, and my emotions fluctuated between hope and fear. I found solace in the support of loved ones who offered encouragement and stood by me during this challenging period. As Chapter 2 came to a close, I eagerly awaited the doctor's call, which would reveal the outcome of the diagnostic tests. The next chapter held the promise of unveiling the truth behind my foot's deterioration, providing clarity, and determining the path towards healing and recovery. Little did I know that the revelation awaiting me in the subsequent chapters would uncover a shocking truth, one that would shake the foundations of trust and introduce a whole new set of challenges in my life. The journey was far from over, and it merely marked the beginning of a gripping tale filled with twists and turns. Now, the long-awaited moment arrived as I received a phone call from the doctor's office. The results of the diagnostic tests were in, and they held the key to understanding the mysterious ailment that had plagued my foot. Little did I know that what awaited me on the other end of the line would be a startling revelation, one that would change everything. Anxious yet hopeful, I listened intently as the doctor delivered the diagnosis. Their voice carried a mixture of concern and empathy, hinting at the seriousness of the situation. It was revealed that they had found traces of poison in my leg, a shocking revelation that left me speechless and bewildered. The news hit me like a wave of disbelief, and a million questions flooded my mind. Who would want to harm me in such a sinister way? How did the poison find its way into my leg? The revelation shattered any assumptions I had held about the cause of my foot's deterioration, replacing them with a disturbing reality. Now became a pivotal moment in my journey, marking a significant shift in my perception of the situation. It became evident that the discomfort I had experienced was not a mere accident or coincidence but the result of intentional harm inflicted upon me. The realization was both terrifying and deeply unsettling. In the aftermath of the diagnosis, a range of emotions coursed through me: anger, fear, betrayal. The sense of violation was profound as I grappled with the idea that someone had intentionally targeted me, using poison to inflict harm. I became acutely aware of the potential danger that surrounded me, heightening my vigilance and suspicion towards those in my life. This chapter also brought forth a sense of urgency and the need to take immediate action. I worked closely with the medical professionals to develop a treatment plan that would address the effects of the poison and support my recovery. Their expertise and support became invaluable as I navigated the physical and emotional repercussions of the diagnosis. The startling diagnosis had irrevocably altered the course of my life, thrusting me into a world of intrigue and uncertainty. It became clear that unmasking the perpetrator behind the deliberate poisoning would become the focal point of the subsequent chapters, setting the stage for a captivating tale of betrayal, investigation, and justice. With newfound determination, I prepared to embark on the next chapter, ready to uncover the truth and hold those responsible accountable for their actions. The journey ahead would test my resilience and lead me down unexpected paths, all in pursuit of justice and reclaiming my life from the clutches of this harrowing ordeal. Now, the focus shifted towards unraveling the mystery surrounding the deliberate poisoning of my foot. The revelation of the poison's presence sparked a relentless pursuit of truth, as both medical professionals and law enforcement joined forces to investigate the circumstances surrounding the heinous act. The chapter opened with a sense of urgency and determination. Medical professionals and investigators delved deep into the evidence, meticulously examining the timeline of events, potential motives, and any connections that could shed light on the perpetrator's identity. Every lead, no matter how small, was carefully followed, piecing together a complex puzzle. As the investigation progressed, various possibilities and potential suspects emerged. Friends, acquaintances, and even family members came under scrutiny, each subjected to thorough questioning and scrutiny of their whereabouts during the time of the poisoning. Tensions ran high as suspicion simmered, and relationships were strained under the weight of the investigation. Now it was marked by a mix of emotions. Anger, frustration, and a thirst for justice fueled the determination to uncover the truth. Yet, amidst the search for answers, there was also a sense of vulnerability and unease, knowing that the culprit was still at large, capable of inflicting further harm. Investigators meticulously combed through evidence, examining surveillance footage, analyzing forensic samples, and interviewing potential witnesses. Each piece of information brought them closer to unraveling the mystery, while also raising new questions and uncertainties. Through this chapter, I found myself caught in a whirlwind of emotions. The journey to uncover the truth was emotionally draining, as I grappled with the enormity of the situation and the potential betrayal by someone close to me. The weight of the investigation began to take its toll, leaving me anxious and eager for closure. This chapter also highlighted the importance of support systems. Friends and loved ones rallied around me, providing emotional strength and reassurance during this challenging time. Their unwavering support served as a lifeline, offering comfort and stability amid the chaos of the investigation. As it came to a close, investigators made significant breakthroughs in their pursuit of the truth. Clues began to align, pointing towards a potential suspect or a motive behind the poisoning. The stage was set for a climactic confrontation, and the subsequent chapters promised to bring resolution to the mystery that had plagued my life. With bated breath, I braced myself for the revelations that lay ahead. The search for justice intensified, as the investigation inched closer to unmasking the person responsible for the poisoning and holding them accountable for their malevolent actions. The quest for truth would continue, driving the narrative forward into the subsequent chapters, where secrets would be unearthed and the intricate web of betrayal and deception would be untangled. Now it delves deeper into the investigation, shedding light on the shocking truth behind the poisoning of my foot. As the pieces of the puzzle begin to fall into place, a web of betrayal is unveiled, exposing the identity of the person responsible and their disturbing motive. The chapter opens with a sense of anticipation as investigators and law enforcement officials gather evidence and conduct interviews. Suspicions intensify, and the focus narrows on a particular individual. A person I had trusted and never suspected of harboring ill intentions. Through meticulous detective work and careful examination of testimonies, a pattern begins to emerge, pointing towards someone close to me, my mother-in-law. The revelation is a jolt, striking at the heart of familial trust and shattering the illusion of a harmonious relationship. Investigators uncover a series of incriminating evidence, including witness accounts, surveillance footage, and even intercepted communications. These pieces of the puzzle paint a disturbing picture of my mother-in-law's deep-seated resentment and hatred towards me, fueling her sinister plot to inflict harm. Now it delves into the motive behind the betrayal. It becomes apparent that my mother-in-law's animosity towards me had simmered for years, fueled by jealousy, perceived slights, and a desire to exert control over her son's life. The poisoning of my foot was a calculated act, meticulously planned and executed, designed to cause both physical harm and emotional distress. The revelations are both shocking and devastating, as the full extent of the betrayal comes to light. The chapter explores the emotional turmoil that accompanies the uncovering of such a profound betrayal, as trust is shattered and the very foundation of family is called into question. Emotions run high as confrontations take place, with the truth laid bare before me and my husband. The realization of his mother's involvement in this heinous act becomes a gut-wrenching moment, straining our relationship and casting a dark shadow over our future together. Now it serves as a turning point in the narrative, where the focus shifts from the pursuit of justice to navigating the aftermath of the betrayal. Legal actions are pursued, and steps are taken to ensure my safety and well-being. The chapter concludes with a sense of resolution and closure, as the truth is revealed and accountability is sought. As I reflect on the events of it, I find myself grappling with a mix of emotions, grief, anger, and a profound sense of loss. The revelation of my mother-in-law's actions leaves an indelible mark on my psyche, forever changing the dynamics of our family and forcing me to confront the dark undercurrents that existed beneath the surface. With this chapter behind me, I brace myself for the challenges that lie ahead. The healing process begins as I navigate the emotional aftermath of the betrayal and work towards rebuilding my life. The subsequent chapters promise a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and the pursuit of a brighter future, untainted by the shadows of the past. Now it delves into the process of healing and rebuilding after the devastating betrayal uncovered in the previous chapter. With the truth exposed and the culprit held accountable, I embark on a journey of self-discovery, resilience, and finding solace in the face of adversity. The chapter opens with a sense of raw vulnerability as I come to terms with the magnitude of the betrayal. The wounds left by the actions of my mother-in-law run deep, both physically and emotionally. It becomes clear that the healing process will require not only medical attention for my poisoned foot but also a concerted effort to mend the shattered pieces of my spirit. At the outset of this chapter, I find myself grappling with a range of emotions, grief, anger, and a profound sense of loss. The foundation of trust within my family has been irreparably damaged, and the bond between my husband and me has been tested to its limits. The chapter explores the complex dynamics of rebuilding relationships, highlighting the challenges and small victories along the way. With the support of loved ones, therapy, and the guidance of compassionate professionals, I begin to embark on a path of healing. Physical rehabilitation sessions help restore strength and functionality to my foot, while emotional therapy aids in processing the trauma and rebuilding resilience. It is a delicate balance, requiring patience, self-care, and a willingness to confront the pain head-on. It explores the transformative power of self-discovery during this healing process. I engage in activities that bring me joy, rediscovering my passions and interests outside the confines of the betrayal. Whether it's pursuing creative endeavors, engaging in mindfulness practices, or connecting with supportive communities, these experiences become pillars of strength and sources of empowerment. As the chapter progresses, there are moments of triumph and setbacks. Healing is not a linear journey, and I encounter obstacles along the way. But with each step forward, I gain a deeper understanding of my own resilience and capacity for growth. The process allows me to redefine my identity, separate from the role of victim, and embrace the strength that lies within me. This chapter also explores the rebuilding of trust and the navigation of relationships in the aftermath of betrayal. It is a delicate dance, as I cautiously approach rebuilding a bond with my husband, testing the waters of forgiveness and reconciliation. The chapter delves into the complexities of rebuilding trust, acknowledging the wounds that remain and the work required for true healing to occur. By the end of it, while the wounds may not be fully healed, I have made significant progress on my journey towards healing and rebuilding. The chapter concludes with a sense of hope and resilience, as I emerge stronger, more self-aware, and ready to face the challenges that lie ahead. As I look ahead to the subsequent chapters, I know that the healing process will continue, with new revelations, personal growth, and the pursuit of a future unburdened by the pain of the past. The journey towards wholeness is far from over, but it marks a significant milestone, a testament to the indomitable spirit and resilience that resides within. This chapter delves into the pursuit of justice as I, along with a dedicated legal team, strive to ensure that my mother-in-law is held accountable for her heinous actions. This chapter highlights the complexities of navigating the legal system, seeking closure, and finding a sense of vindication in the face of betrayal. The chapter begins with a renewed determination to seek justice. Armed with evidence and unwavering resolve, I collaborate closely with my legal team to build a strong case against my mother-in-law. Together, we meticulously gather witness testimonies, forensic evidence, and expert opinions to present a compelling argument in court. It explores the legal proceedings that unfold, shedding light on the intricacies of the justice system. It delves into the emotional and psychological toll of navigating the legal process, from preparing for court appearances to facing cross-examination. The chapter portrays the strength and resilience required to confront the accused, recounting the harrowing experiences of reliving the trauma in a public setting. As the trial progresses, the chapter unveils the strategic moves made by the defense, attempting to undermine the credibility of the evidence and cast doubt on the motive. It is a battle of wits, where truth and justice hang in the balance. The tension escalates as each side presents its case, arguing vehemently for their version of events. Throughout this chapter, I find solace in the support of my legal team, friends, and loved ones who stand by my side during this arduous process. Their unwavering belief in my cause becomes a source of strength, helping me stay resolute in the pursuit of justice. The chapter delves into the dynamics of support systems and the importance of rallying around survivors of betrayal and trauma. As the trial reaches its climax, the courtroom becomes a battleground for truth and accountability. The chapter explores the emotional intensity of the final moments, as the evidence is presented, closing arguments are made, and the judge delivers the verdict. It is a pivotal moment, where the fate of my mother-in-law hangs in the balance. This chapter concludes with the verdict, a culmination of all the efforts and sacrifices made in the pursuit of justice. Whether the outcome brings a sense of closure or presents further challenges, it becomes a turning point in the narrative, shaping the subsequent chapters and the trajectory of my journey. As I reflect on this chapter, I recognize the strength and resilience that have carried me through this arduous process. The pursuit of justice has been an emotionally draining and demanding endeavor, but it has also been a testament to my determination to reclaim my life and find solace in holding the responsible party accountable. Looking forward, I brace myself for the aftermath of the trial and the impact it will have on my healing journey. The subsequent chapters promise to explore the repercussions of the legal proceedings, the ongoing process of rebuilding my life, and the pursuit of a future free from the shadows of betrayal. It delves into the complexities of rebuilding trust and relationships in the aftermath of the trial and the pursuit of justice. It explores the challenges of restoring faith in others, finding closure, and seeking reconciliation as I navigate the aftermath of the betrayal. The chapter opens with a sense of introspection as I reflect on the impact the trial has had on my relationships, particularly with my husband and other family members. The trial's outcome, whether it brings a sense of closure or not, has left a lasting mark on the dynamics of trust within my personal circle. As this chapter unfolds, I embark on the difficult journey of rebuilding trust with my husband. The betrayal by my mother-in-law has strained our relationship, and the wounds inflicted are not easily healed. This chapter delves into the raw emotions and honest conversations that take place as we confront the reality of what has transpired and work towards finding common ground. The process of rebuilding trust is portrayed as both delicate and challenging. It requires open communication, transparency, and a willingness to confront the pain and insecurities that arise from the betrayal. The chapter explores the vulnerabilities and insecurities that surface as we navigate the journey towards reconciliation, highlighting the importance of patience, empathy, and forgiveness. In addition to rebuilding trust within my marriage, Chapter 8 also delves into the complexities of other relationships affected by the betrayal. It explores the dynamics with other family members, friends, and acquaintances who were caught in the crossfire. Some may have been aware of the betrayal, while others may have been unwittingly entangled in the web of deception. The chapter delves into the intricacies of these relationships, addressing the challenges of forgiveness and the pursuit of a new normal. As the chapter progresses, there are moments of tension, doubt, and vulnerability. Rebuilding trust is not a linear process, and setbacks are bound to occur. However, amidst the challenges, there are also glimmers of hope and progress. Small acts of understanding, gestures of support, and shared experiences begin to mend the fractured bonds, slowly rebuilding the foundation of trust. Chapter 8 also explores the concept of self-trust and the journey towards self-forgiveness. In the wake of the betrayal, it is not only the trust in others that is shattered, but also the trust in one's own judgment and instincts. The chapter delves into the introspective moments where I learn to trust myself again, embracing personal growth and resilience as I navigate the aftermath of the betrayal. By the end of this chapter, while trust may not be fully restored, progress has been made. The chapter concludes with a sense of hope and resilience as I continue to work towards rebuilding relationships, embracing forgiveness, and finding a sense of peace. It sets the stage for the subsequent chapters, which promise further exploration of personal growth, renewed relationships, and the pursuit of a future defined by trust and authenticity. As I look ahead, I recognize the challenges that lie in rebuilding trust and relationships. However, armed with newfound strength and a commitment to healing, I am determined to forge a path towards reconciliation, understanding, and a future unburdened by the shadows of the past. This chapter delves into the process of self-rediscovery and the cultivation of inner strength as I continue to navigate the aftermath of the betrayal. This chapter explores the journey of self-empowerment, embracing personal growth, and finding solace within myself amidst the challenges that arise. The chapter opens with a sense of introspection as I embark on a path of self-discovery. The betrayal has shaken my sense of identity and left me questioning my worth and purpose. It delves into the emotional journey of rediscovering my passions, values, and personal strengths that lie within me, independent of the relationships affected by the betrayal. As the chapter progresses, I engage in various activities and experiences that help me reconnect with my true self. Whether it's pursuing hobbies, engaging in self-care practices, or exploring new avenues of personal growth, each endeavor becomes a stepping stone towards reclaiming my individuality and rebuilding a strong sense of self. The chapter highlights the transformative power of self-empowerment and resilience. Through challenges and setbacks, I tap into inner strength, learning to embrace my vulnerabilities and turn them into sources of personal growth. The process of self-rediscovery becomes a catalyst for building resilience, as I learn to confront adversity with courage and embrace the unknown with a newfound sense of confidence. It also explores the importance of self-compassion and self-forgiveness. The journey towards healing requires acknowledging and releasing self-blame or guilt associated with the betrayal. It delves into the introspective moments where I learn to show myself kindness and understanding, cultivating a sense of self-compassion that becomes a foundation for personal growth and resilience. As the chapter unfolds, I encounter both external and internal obstacles that challenge my progress. The wounds of the betrayal may resurface, triggering moments of doubt or self-doubt. However, through resilience and a growing sense of self-awareness, I navigate these challenges with grace and determination, refusing to let them define me. This chapter also delves into the exploration of new opportunities and experiences that expand my horizons. Whether it's pursuing further education, engaging in meaningful connections with supportive communities, or embarking on new adventures, each endeavor becomes a testament to my inner strength and capacity for personal growth. By the end of this chapter, the journey of self-rediscovery and inner strength is still ongoing, but significant progress has been made. The chapter concludes with a sense of empowerment and renewed purpose as I continue to nurture and embrace my authentic self. It sets the stage for the subsequent chapters, which promise further exploration of personal growth, resilience, and the pursuit of a future defined by self-empowerment and authenticity. As I look ahead, I recognize the transformative power of self-rediscovery and inner strength. Armed with newfound confidence and a deep understanding of my own worth, I am determined to forge a path of personal growth, resilience, and self-empowerment.